Welcome everyone to CL Demo Day for Fall Quarter 2020. It's been a long year in some ways, so I'm really excited for the amazing projects we have for this quarter, and yeah, I can't wait to showcase them to you guys first. But before we get started, CL's been doing some internal stuff recently, and Arjun on our tech team has been doing and our entire tech team has been doing some really cool, and have a really cool special thing just for this demo day. So Arjun, if you want to take it from here and
yes, sir. So we're trying something new for this this demo day since it's online. So we have a sort of a virtual gallery of sorts. I'm going to drop a link in the chat right now. It's dinner.creativelabsucla.com. So go over there, let it load. It'll take like a minute or so. You get your very own Shiba avatar, and you can see everyone else's Shiba avatar, and you can run around. And we have the project slides up on this virtual gallery, so you can go over there, look at the slides, just like stare at them, and the slides will cycle through. And yeah, hop on there after the meeting. Hop on Discord, hop on our voice chat, and you can meet us and your Shiba friends. Make some Shiba buddies. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Awesome. Thanks, Arjun. Yeah, they've been working. We've been having lots of teams working really hard on this, so really excited for you guys to see that as well. But let's get into the projects that we have for this quarter. So yeah, without further ado, let's begin. Yeah, before we get to those projects, let me talk a little bit about what is Creative Labs, or what is CL. This is our main copy of what we try to do, but kind of what we act as is just this community of people who like to build things, and we want to inspire other people to enjoy building things as well. So anything that we can do to provide that culture is what we strive for. And these projects are really like an embodiment of the CL entity in some ways. So yeah, let's hand it over to Maggie, and Maggie can talk to us about what our projects are in this quarter.
All right, thank you, Brian. So hi, my name is Maggie. Just to introduce myself, I'm a part of CL board. More specifically, I'm the lead project manager along with my two other project managers, Kaylee and Henry. So if you happen to have any questions regarding projects at all, don't hesitate to reach out to any of us after this. So today we're going to be having three amazing projects present the work that they've been doing throughout this whole quarter. And in order, we'll have TraceLA, the Yellow Springs, and WeChews. Go ahead, Brian, next slide. And first up, we have TraceLA with project lead Andrew Chang and his team, who's going to be presenting their mobile and web app for monitoring COVID exposure risks on campus. So Andrew, feel free to take it away.
Okay, everyone can see my screen, right? Okay. Yeah, so my name's Andrew. This quarter I've been working on with my team on TraceLA. So it's a mobile and web application. So I'll be demoing right here the web application. The idea was to build some sort of application for someone at UCLA to keep track of all the COVID-19 cases. So here we're seeing one of the heat map features. Each of the dots is going to represent a location check-in from one of the students, and numbers are the number of people who checked in at that location. If you actually look at some of these individual bubbles, you can actually see the username who checked in. Right now we have it anonymized because you want to preserve some semblance of user privacy. Yeah, so we also have a pretty simple graph of just number of people checking in, total number of locations logged. So this actually corresponds quite well to activity data, because on the Android side, we actually check if our location changed by a certain number of degrees. So each of the location logs will indicate that the user has moved by some significant amount. On other sides, we do have some cool data visualizations of number of contacts. So these are self-reported contacts between users, and we can aggregate to see how much are people not socially distancing, and that might be able to help explain some of the results. And yeah, these are also some cool data visualizations for our results. And over here, this is actually, so whenever a user logs his or her location, we actually do a reverse coordinate lookup to generate a tag of the location. So that kind of helps us when designing some sort of algorithm to figure out whether someone might be at a high risk of exposure, because you can simply look at these tags as opposed to kind of trying to compare the exact coordinate itself. So yeah, this bubble plot is scaled towards the number of people who checked in at a given location tag. Yeah, and then finally, we just have a pretty simple users table right here. So yeah, so now I think my other team members will take it off with explaining the Android application.
Yeah, so hello, my name is Maida and my partner is Darren, and we worked on the Android side of the app. So the first feature that we want to show is friend activities. So on the app, you have 3 options for friend activity. The first thing is to find friends. So every time you create an account on our app, you're added to our user database, and you can find all of our users through that user database. And then if you click on a user, you can decide whether you want to send a request to them or not. And then, yeah, so if you send a request, then that user is going to get a request from you on their friend page. And then another feature that we have is actually viewing your friend requests. So when you view your friend request, you have the option to confirm or reject your friend request. If you confirm it, then that friend will show up in your confirmed friends area. And that will also show all of your previously confirmed friends. So yeah, so that person is showing up there. And another feature of our app is the symptom survey. So with this survey, the user can self-identify as testing positive for COVID-19. And after the survey is submitted, the data is used in another feature that Darren will show later. So yeah, so the first question is, have you had close contact with anyone? And then have you tested positive? And then lastly, a small feature that we added was a quick about us page with just some information about TraceLA and a link to our Creative Labs page.
Right, and then we also have 2 buttons here where the user can decide how much privacy they want. So the first one turns on and off whether the user sends their location data to the backend side, which will determine if a user has been into contact with anyone, and thus location isn't shared with anyone publicly. And then thus option is the option to share your location with your friends, so your friends can see where you are or not. So when this thing's on, if I go to the maps, I'll be able to see where my friends are. Give it a second, takes a while. Then we see that my friend is in the Bay Area. I have another friend down here by LA. And then you can also see there's a heat map of where the clustering of most of the data is. Right, and Meta, do you want to share the video now?
Yeah, so we also have a quick video of some of the features of our app. Can you guys hear/see this?
All right, so here's our app, and we have 2 users, and then here's the map right now for both the users. So right now, none of them have friends, and it's displaying the heat map right here and here of where like the people are most concentrated. And then it pulses every 10 seconds as it updates. I go here and I can add a friend. If I add this user as this user's friend, then over here, I can view friend requests. And I see Tony has sent me a friend request. I accept it. Now in the maps, I should be able to see my friend's locations. So here I see that Tony is located here and that Amanda is located here. Okay. And then if we put it so that they both move to the extra hall, we should get a notification in a little bit saying that they have been close contact with someone else. Give it a second because it doesn't update. It takes a bit to update. Because the thing that checks notifications does it every couple of minutes. Right there. We got a notification on this one. So it says that I've been exposed at the Navy dining hall and Dogwood, so I was close to someone here. And yeah.
Yeah, and this is because one of them self-identified as testing positive, right?
And because they're close to each other.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you to Andrew, Meta, and Darren for presenting. So next up, we're going to be going over the Yellow Springs, which is led by Daniel Liu and his team as well, who will be showcasing their adventure game about the underworld, spirits, gods, and death. So go ahead and present, Daniel.
Hello. Hey, what's up, everybody? And now I'm gonna show you guys a bit of our project, the Yellow Springs. It's sort of walking simulator sort of game. If you've played stuff like Firewatch, perhaps you know what I'm talking about. So something, the kind of game that's, you know, close to that genre. So, and you know, here's some art, or I guess the level that we made looks pretty good. So yeah, let's look at how we came up with the idea and how we, you know, we made the assets, how we came up with the script and stuff like that. So first we started off, you know, thinking about some concept art. On the left, you can see here's some concept art for our level, which, you know, you can see the final product here. And on the right here, we have some character concept art for one of the characters in the game. And in fact, you can check out the final model for this character in the VR website that we sent. It's like right in the middle. We have two characters in the middle on the stage, and one is this guy. It's called Oxhead, and the other is Horseface, which is the T-posing horse, because we didn't have time to, you know, add more stuff into it. But both of them, you know, look really great, and we have we designed like the characters to have sort of modern looking clothing, so it's like an interesting contrast. We have modern looking characters from, you know, very old tales. And I guess I'll pass over to Isaiah to talk about, you know, coming up with the script and stuff. Yeah, hello?
You need to let him.
All right, thanks. Now I have permission to speak. Yeah, so we have a 25-page script. This was supposed to be we have completed one level, and there will be 4 more levels. This is the intro scene. You kind of find yourself in this new world by Riverside, and you're wondering why you're there, who you are, and it's time to start your adventure, basically. Next slide.
Yeah. Yeah, so now let's, you know, here are, I guess, the final character models that we came up with in the end. And, you know, they look, if we compare it with like the concept art from here, I would say, you know, for at least for Oxhead, I think we did a pretty great job. You know, he looks great. And for Horseface, it's still a bit rough, but we are still working on it. And honestly, I think it looks fine. And like you can see some sort of anime-inspired clothing on his body. Okay, so now let's take a look how it looks in the Unity game engine, how the game looks. We have like our main character, which is basically the player, sort of self-insert character walking around in the environment. And as you can see, you know, we have Oxhead here, and we can, you know, walk down into the river, stuff like that. And this is we recorded this video like last month or so, and now we have an even better level, but you know, we didn't really have that much time to piece everything together, and we'll show you, you know, what the level looks like now after we've added a lot of effects and we polished the entire level. Okay, so yeah, so here is I guess a scene in the game. We have Oxhead and Horseface, which are the two sort of gatekeeper gods in the underworld,
Yeah.
talking to each other. Yeah.
Isaiah,
you can tell.
People that lead you to the afterlife. You know how there's like a dream in the Sandman and his sister. They lead, you know, they lead people in like Western mythology to the afterworld. And it's pretty much the same thing here with Chinese mythology. These two people are the ones who take you to like the cloud world that Goku had to go to when he died after he fought Frieza. You know, just to make a reference. So we have a whole bunch of references to like Western mythology, Chinese mythology, North mythology, all sorts of mythology just interspersed. And that's what gives this character.
Yeah, okay, so here are just some extra concept arts and some work in progress So we have like the ghost models. We have, yeah, on the right here, you can see this is the concept art for some of the ghosts, and we're still in progress of making the character models and making them look good. They're basically like every other person, or like all the other people who died and they're residing in the underworld, and you can talk with them. We have scripts about some of these characters that you can talk with and
Exactly. They
explore.
all have backstories. This duck, for example, was the scourge of the seven seas. Like the Chinese female pirate who had like 30,000 ships. You might be able to Wikipedia her. And similarly, Daniel's vision was to make sure you can help these people like pass on properly to the next life, make sure they go on without regrets, and that they can live another life, without having to be weighed down by all that. And those are quests in the game.
Yeah. And here, these two photos you can see are what we, as of now, what we have finalized in terms of the very first level. So if you compare with our previous video, you can see we have a great looking sky. We have sort of a foggy effect, and we basically added a lot more polish to the level to make sure it looks great and stuff. And we'll keep working on it in the future as well.
Look forward to it.
Yeah, and so here's some more concept art that you guys can take a look at. And I guess we can have Michael talk about the music, the soundtrack that he's been working on. Yeah.
Let me put the thing real quick. And then, wait, can you guys hear that?
Yeah, we can hear that.
All right, cool. So like when they asked me to work on this, I saw like like a lot of trees and stuff. So I got a lot of inspiration from like Legend of Zelda and stuff. But then also I listened to like a lot of like Porter Robinson. So one of the things I liked about Porter was like his stuff was all like about worlds. So I kind of like, I guess like that's where I got inspiration for all this. And like, man, I don't have that much time to present, but I don't know. I just played around, had fun, and then let me show you guys something kind of funny. Like this is how this part sounds like with no effects. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. So this is how it sounds with no effects, and then like I didn't know I had this. I think I torrented it or like just like accident, but then this is how it sounds with this. Alright, sounds kind of different, and then I bounced it to audio to like, and I threw a bunch of random stuff on it. Then now it sounds like this. So, you guys just want me to play like the whole song, or like I don't know, like a lot of it was just like playing around and just having fun. And,
yeah, maybe you can link like the SoundCloud for this song so people can.
Let me find it. So yeah, I think I was doing this mostly yesterday, like right after my finals, and then like if I had more time, I would have like polished it more. But like finals, man, you gotta do what you gotta do. How do I get here? But I guess like let me share real quick. I want the chat open. Why is it? Oh, there you go. But another what else can I show? It's kind of cool. Oh, this is kind of cool. Wait, this is like some freaking like I went on freesounds.org and I downloaded like some owl sounds, and then it sounds like this. So nothing sounds kind of like this. Oops. So like without, it just sounds like that, you know, it's like some owl noises, but then you throw this on, it sounds like something totally different. I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool. And then, yeah, I don't know. Like a lot of it is just like you throw random stuff on it, and then like you get something kind of cool, and then you go from there. Oh, I used Ableton. Yeah, it was live chat. Wait, do you produce too? But like, I used to use FL, but I have like really bad organization skills. And the thing with Ableton is like everything's organized, so you look like you're like this is like one sound, another sound. So like you can only put things in one thing. So it just helps me stay organized. So that's why I switched to this.
All right. Yeah. Thanks for that. That sounds really great. Yeah. But yeah, I suppose that's all for the Yellow Springs, and I guess Isaiah can talk about what our direction is, our future direction maybe.
So we tend to have 5 different stages. The first is a bridge. The second is like an open world, the field, like the fields of asphodel that you get sent to after you visit the river Styx in Greek mythology. Then you have like this city complex, like, in Spirited Away, how there's like hot springs connected with like a hotel and all these other cool things. It's pretty much like that. Our 4th stage is going to be, the River of Lost Memories, where you get stuck in like these eddies in the river where you drink the water and you forget your memories and your life. And you get stuck there and you're waiting for like the former lover. And that's going to be like the part where you find closure. And then finally you have to drink, as you remember, like the old woman, Lady Mungpo's soup, and move on to Yellow Springs, which is paradise, Tirnanog.
Yeah, unfortunately, we only had 10 weeks, so we weren't able to get a lot of stuff out, but still, I think the models, they look pretty good. The level also looks pretty great. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Nice. Thank you, guys. Thank you to Daniel, Isaiah, and Michael for presenting. That music was bomb, by the way. Okay, so our last, but definitely not least, we have WeChews, led by Hubert Chen, along with his project members as well, who will be talking about their restaurant matching app.
Hi, everyone. Okay. Yeah, so we're here to help you find food with friends. And basically, before I get started, I'm just going to introduce the team. So I'm Hubert. I'm the project lead, and I was also on the backend team. Can the rest of my team unmute or get permission?
What's up, everyone? My name is Michelle, and I was the UX UI designer.
Okay. Actually, okay. It looks like this might be a bit too difficult to get permission for everyone. So yeah, on our team we had Hannah and Isha and Kevin. They were all on the front end team. And Ethan was our amazing designer, and he helped to do a lot of the graphics that you'll be seeing in our app as well as our presentation. And here is more of our team. So Justin was also a valuable member on the back end. Francis, Helen, and Megan were kind of like our interns and really helping out with anything that we needed on the project. And it was a great thing for them to help us a lot. Yeah, so basically with our project, the problem we were trying to solve is it's really freaking hard to choose a place to eat. Because I don't know about you, but when I try to choose a place to eat with my friends, it becomes this like back and forth struggle of no, you pick, no, you. So then we got some inspiration. So our inspiration actually came from a Reddit meme, and it was called Chicken Tinder. And we're like, after we saw this, we're like, yo, let's make an app. And then we decided to do some really thorough research. And basically, we sent out surveys to tons of friends. And what it came down to is that people just really cared about price, location, and reviews for all these restaurants. And we took this in mind when trying to build our app. So the purpose of our app and this project basically as a whole is to really that choosing a place to eat should be fun and easy for everyone. And with this in mind, we led through 2 months of development through our app. And as you all know that we started this app in the summer, trying to prototype, and we really developed this app a lot more the past 2 months. And so one of the things we were able to do is revamp the entire UI thanks to Michelle's amazing UI designs. On top of this, we were able to add so many new features. And the last thing we were able to do is handle our data a lot better and just make this app so much closer to production. Yeah, so now this is what you've all been waiting for. It's our demo. So upon opening the login screen, you're greeted with the phone and the Facebook login. So it makes it really easy to log in. So we'll be demoing with the Facebook login for this demo. And upon logging in with Facebook, you can choose to find friends. So we're going to find a friend. Let's say we want Francis. And Francis has sent us a friend request, which we can now accept. And now we are friends. And if we actually go to our profile, we can see all of our friends as well as all of our account information and edit all of our account info as well to make this really seem like a real app. And after looking at this profile, we can actually go back to the home page and we can create a group. So Kevin has actually created a group. And as you can see, there's like this group pin similar to like Among Us. And Francis will actually use this pin to actually join our room in live time. And so now that Francis has joined, Kevin can choose his filters. So Kevin can select how many people can like a restaurant for it to count as a match. We can see how many restaurants we want to see and choose our location. So Kevin is actually going to choose his restaurants from UCLA. And we're going to choose like the closest 15 miles of restaurants near us. And then we're going to choose a variety of price points as well as we want to eat now. So that's the time we're going to set. And on top of this, we can set like all kinds of cuisines. So let's say we're feeling American or European. We have a broad range of categories so that you can have some kind of direction and some kind of say in what kind of restaurants you appear. And after this, we'll just wait for Francis to submit his filters and boom, his icon lights up. And now Kevin can start the round. And this is the entry of the round. And so here you can actually see that we show all the concise information for a restaurant, the price, the category, the title, and the location. And we chose to represent all these foods with a cool graphic made by Ethan. And these are like super cute. And it's just to really keep it objective when you're trying to pick a restaurant to eat. And you can swipe left or right, just like on Tinder, another inspiration for our app. So Kevin is actually going to swipe through all of our restaurants here. And after he's done, we're greeted with this loading page. And we're going to wait for Francis to finish swiping. And as you can see that none of us have made a match. So we actually get the top 3 options chosen. But since none of us like anything, we get 3 random restaurants. And now the host has to unfortunately make a decision. But let's say Kevin doesn't want to make a decision. He can actually randomize which card gets selected. And then upon pressing submit, we actually get that match. And so, yeah, it's super easy to find restaurants. And we make it as easy as possible so that you don't have to make a bunch of decisions. And you can see the match and then see it's where it is on the map. And you can also open it in Yelp to get even more information about the restaurant before you go. So now we're going to demo from a group member's point of view, because I want to show you how it looks like when you input a code. So we're going to input a code just like it were in like Among Us, and we're going to see the view from a group member's point of view. So now Kevin is actually a group member. And then when he goes to select his filters, he's only going to be able to select the cuisines because the host will be selecting everything else. But Kevin will still have a say in what kind of restaurants he wants to see for this coming round. So now we're feeling some Asian food. So we're actually going to submit filters and Kevin's icon will light up and then Francis can start the room as soon as Kevin's ready. So yeah, Francis will now start the round, and now you can see once again we are in the round, but this time we want to actually get a match. So let's say we're feeling Fuki Sushi, right? And we both swipe right on Fuki Sushi. We actually get the match. And so from both, you can see that we've handled the cases where if no match was made and if a match was found. So this app is guaranteed to help you find the next place to eat. Yeah, and then so for the next steps on our app is to improve the performance, stability, and the features of our app, because we want this app to be the best app you ever use. And we just really want it to be such a great experience so that all of you can like overcome your indecisiveness to find restaurants. And then in the next few months, we'll actually deploy in both the Google Play and App Store. So we hope that all of you will be the first users to download WeChews. Thank you for listening.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Hubert. So now on to Sam with announcements for next quarter plans for CL.
Oh, wait, I just got a notification that everyone was muted. Okay, anyway, so next quarter, here's what you can expect. The next slide. So if you're inspired by any of the projects that you saw today and you came up with an idea or always had something, you know, in the back of your mind, feel free to apply as a project lead for the winter quarter. If you have any questions, feel free to DM any of us at the end of the meeting over winter break. You can also ask us questions or email us. And we'll be having our first GM either week 1 or week 2, where project members will be able to apply to the projects that they want to. And a little sneak peek, a lot of board members will be project leads next quarter. So expect a lot of opportunities. I know this quarter we only had 3 projects, so maybe we'll have more for the winter. Yeah. So to make sure you never miss out on any of our notifications, please follow our Instagram or our Facebook, and you can also join our Discord. Okay, I think we have one more slide. Thank you, Arjun. Thank you, Henry. Okay, lastly, we're going to have a project Q&A. So there should be breakout rooms. You should be able to join any of the 3. I'm not sure if they're labeled. Are they labeled?
Yeah, they should be labeled.
Okay.
Just let me know if you guys can like go in and out between the rooms.
Yeah, so the UI is kind of shitty for Zoom. So in order to join a breakout room, you have to hover on the right side of the breakout room, like over the little number. And then there should be a join button that pops up. And with that, you can ask project leads, project members, anything about their project, how they did the project, and if you're interested in contributing to the project even. Yeah, so this concludes demo day. Lastly, we have a really cool VR website that our tech team has worked on for the past 2 weeks. It is dinner.creativelabsucla.com, and you can run around and be Shibas. Wait, Arjun, do you want to drop the link? Oh, it's mobile compatible?
yeah, thanks everyone for coming today. We had some really, really cool projects. Really, like, all the projects that we had this quarter were fantastic. And yeah, hopefully you guys can like go to the breakout rooms and talk to them and see how they've done it. And hopefully these projects have inspired you to build something cool. Maybe this winter break, if you have the chance. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. You're free to dip if you want, go to the other breakout rooms. I can't go to mine because I didn't update my Zoom, unfortunately. But hopefully you guys can. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming. If you have any additional questions about projects, feel free to ask me or Henry in the chat.